What is up, guys? It's your favorite YouTube commentator, GhostRobo, and we're here with some team deathmatch on Firing Range. Today I want to talk to you a little bit about the internet hype wagon, that media-driven bonanza that's got something to say about everything. So I hope you enjoy my dual shotgun action, because honestly, I hate the internet hype wagon.
Honestly,
Alright, so for this match, I decided to go dual HS-10s. You know, after about 50 hours of Black Ops, same old can get kind of tedious. So instead of the FAMAS, I decided to run with dual shotguns, run with Scavenger Pro, SteadyAim, Ninja Pro, and see what we could do. I started off a little bit stealthy, but soon realized that sprinting around is the way to be most effective with these dual HS-10s. Boom! As we get that guy right in the chest. It's a little bit empowering to use these dual shotguns and just sprint around, especially on Firing Range, which is a pretty good map because there's a lot of blind corners, but let's not get too distracted. Let's stay on focus, on task. The main topic I want to talk about is the internet hype wagon. You know, lately you've been hearing birds falling out of the sky, fish washing up on shore, death and dying, and God's coming, the apocalypse, 2012, end of the world, fish, birds, doves, blackbirds, fish, Maryland, Arkansas. What is going on? And let me tell you what's going on. What's going on is that we have the internet here in 2011, and people just didn't have that 15 or 20 years ago. So you've got all these events that normally would go unrecognized, unrelated, unconnected. All of a sudden, everyone's trying to make crazy connections and say conspiracy and apocalypse and, oh my God, they must be related. People are lying. They're not telling the truth. Call up the Illuminati and see what's going on. But that's not the case. It's just a big bunch of BS. I'm going to shift to a quick anecdote here. Let's talk hurricanes, tornadoes, and earthquakes for a second. You'll hear a lot of people say, oh my God, there are so many natural disasters these days, so many earthquakes. It's unheard of, and yes, I will agree. There have been a lot of natural phenomenon in recent years, but consider this. Consider the tracking equipment. Consider the recording devices they had in 1910. In 1940, in 1970. How can you be so sure that these are unprecedented events? Well, you can't. It's kind of like this. Imagine if Call of Duty Black Ops only tracked headshots, and that was how you measure your kill-death ratio. And then one day they said, no, we are now going to track body shots and leg shots and headshots as well. And all of a sudden your kill-death ratio just started climbing at an enormous rate, and there were so many more points being scored and so many more kills and levels and XP being gained, and people said, what is going on? The game is being ruined. People are too good. What happened? What crazy disease was inserted into the environment? And I would say no. There's just a different, more complex method of gathering data, and that's the case with natural disasters. You want to really think about, did they in 1970 even have the same kind of equipment to track, whether it was a 5.0 earthquake or a 7.9 earthquake? And now with such precision and such dedication to accuracy and quick spreading of information, you'll find out about that earthquake in a second. Before, maybe you wouldn't have heard about an earthquake in Sweden, or maybe you wouldn't have heard about an earthquake even in somewhere like Germany, and now you get it in 5 seconds. The same can be said with the recent animal deaths. Yes, is it a little bit weird to see birds fall out of the sky? Sure. But do you know how many birds die per year in North America? Well, let's not even consider that. Do you know how many birds die from smashing into windows each year in the United States? It's estimated that 1 billion birds die per year from smashing into windows. So you're going to go and tell me that 10,000 birds is the sign of the apocalypse when 1 billion die from smashing into windows? In that case, maybe it's glass makers that are the secret Satans looming in society, because even if you're not very good at math, you can probably figure out that 1 billion is a little bit larger than 10,000. The same can be said for fish. Did you know that in 1976 in Maryland, 15 million fish washed ashore during the winter, and we're here worried about 100,000 or 2 million. The internet wants you to believe there's some crazy coincidence, some crazy mass chaos, so that they can make movies and sell you books and make money. Everyone is out to make a buck. I swear to the Lord, everyone wants to make money off of your fears, off of your worries. So next time that you feel a little bit scared, reading something crazy online, realize that you probably wouldn't know about it if you lived 50 years in the past. Do you think they knew about the doves dying in Italy in 1950 before there was internet? Do you think they even knew about the fish dying in Maryland in 1976 if you lived in Florida? No way! Unless you were reading National Geographic in 1950 or Weather Lovers Monthly or some crazy magazine, you probably had no idea about the intricacies of animal deaths or weather disasters on the level that we do now, day in and day out. An overload of information just leads to obsession, and obsession leads to coincidences, and coincidences leads to conspiracy theories, and that's how you end up with something as ridiculous as the Mayan prophecy of 2012. If you ask true Mayans, the true Mayan leaders, they'll tell you that their people have no clue about the significance of 2012 because there isn't any. It's a Western fabricated belief, again, to steal your dollars, to write books, to make movies, to get that sacred green bill out of your pocket and back into scheming hands, because that is what they are trying to do. They're trying to trick people into thinking there's some global catastrophe when really the Mayans actually have dates on their calendars past 2012. If you look closely, you'll see that they did not believe 2012 to be a period of disaster or danger, but rather a celebratory changing of the times. And just like the pathetic time of Y2K in 2000, I mean, did you know anyone who gathered a bag to survive, a bag of knives or food or provisions to carry with them into the mass chaos, the wilderness of human extinction, of human insanity, of barbarianism? I knew some people like that, and it's actually pretty sad because nothing happened on the year 2000, and nothing's going to happen on December 22nd, 2012. When you wake up and find everything just peachy keen and just normal, you will look back to this video and say, GhostRobo, you are 1000% right. And you will realize that all your crazy friends who freaked out and all those people who thought things were going to happen and killed themselves or whatever they plan on doing next year in December are as ridiculous can be. And they let the internet hype wagon drive them right off the edge of the cliff. And you can say, sayonara, guys. I'm going to keep my feet planted securely on the ground and stay securely in reality while you guys over there go crazy and live in the magical world of leprechauns and Hogwarts, because, guys, it really just isn't that special. It really is not that significant. I mean, the news, just turn it off for a day, close your eyes, don't pay attention to mass animal deaths or tornadoes or hurricanes. None of it means anything except nothing. That's what it means. It means nothing. It means there was a hurricane. It means there was some birds dying. It means something happened on that day, just as something happens every day. Because, guys and gals, like, honestly, if the world really was that magical, if you really believe that someone will descend from the sky and judge you and judge the world, then you should be spending all your time coming up with a spell to make things all better and to make 2012 never happen. Or better yet, come up with a spell to give me a 10.0 kill-death ratio in Call of Duty Black Ops. That would be peachy keen. But guys, until next time, we will see you later.